Okay, so welcome everyone. This is our first ever Juliette advisor specific training. So we're so excited that you've joined us tonight. We know that over the past 2-3 years, we've had more and more Juliettes participate. So we thought, let's try a Juliette specific training just so you can meet the council staff and, answer some questions that you may have. Some of this information you may have already gotten from your service unit cookie manager, and some of the beginning slides I'll go through pretty quickly. But again, we will send this out for you to have, and you can always email us anytime to ask any questions. So just a reminder, we're going to have everyone muted and it is recording. So we are going to get started. So most of you probably already know who Gail Harris is. She's been emailing you. She's helped get you in the system. She is our council staff team lead when it comes to Juliette's. So she should be the first one that you reach out to if you have any questions. You can also always email me as well. And then know during the first few weeks of cookies, sometimes it does get a little crazy. Gail and I may be out at trucks or deliveries. So you can also email our customer care team, which is customercare@gscsnj.org. Or if you call our main number, they will automatically create a case, and my team watches those cases every day as well. So just so you know, it's Gail and myself. We also have Angela Joyner. She is our VP of Membership Services. She is our manager. And we do have someone named Arnice Stevenson, who's a part-time product program specialist. But you will most likely hear from Gail or myself most of the time. So just a quick agenda of a few topics that have to specifically do with the Juliette advisor and the Juliette role that we'll go through tonight. And then just to start off with the 2022 cookie program, as you can see, it's the cute little koala. The theme is Climb with Courage. And then we have America's Best Cookies, also from ABC Bakery. We have our normal lineup that hasn't changed, except this year we have the new Adventurefuls. And Toast Yay is our second year of that cookie. And as you can see, 3 of them are only at ABC Bakery. So that's Lemonades, the gluten-free caramel chocolate chip, and Toast Yay. We know we do have a couple extra cases of the gluten-free caramel chocolate chip if you were not able to order them early on in October. So if you want to let Gail know, let her know right away, because we are getting them this week and they have to go out pretty quickly. But we do have a few cases if you would like some caramel chocolate chip cookies transferred over to you to sell. The cookie pricing, all of the cookies except for the gluten-free are $5 per package. And then the gluten-free caramel chocolate chip, that's the pouch all the way over on the right-hand side, that has to be sold for $6 per package. And that is all set up in Smart Cookies when you do any type of online selling. Here are just a couple quick important dates, an overview of the season. This week and early next week, we're doing all of our initial deliveries. So you should have been contacted by your service unit cookie manager or Mega Drop to get cookies if you placed an initial order. The program begins next Thursday, the 13th, and girls will start to take orders and promote via social media. Your first deposit due, which we'll talk later on, is Friday, January 28th. And then going into February, the sales keeps going. February 18th, the Troop Cookie links go live on the GSUSA Cookie Finder. And that's basically like an automated link. So if somebody is looking for cookies and they search by zip code, each troop that's attached to that zip code will randomly populate, and a customer could order cookies, from your troop. There's nothing you have to do. It'll automatically populate to your account. The money will credit your account automatically, and they get shipped directly from the baker. So it's kind of like a free order per se that randomly happens. The second deposit due is Friday, February 18th. And then National Girl Scout Weekend is also that weekend. So sometimes we have fun contests or events going on. So you just have to keep track to social media and see if anything cool is happening. Our third deposit due is Friday, March 18th, and then the cookie program ends on Sunday, March 27th. So leading into April, you'll have until Friday, April 1st before you're locked out to make sure all your cookies are transferred, your rewards are set up. Your final deposit due will be Friday, April 8th, and that's anything that's left minus your Troop proceeds. So new this year, any online orders, direct ship orders, that's automatically, any credit card orders, that's automatically going to get deducted from your balance due. So we'll talk about that a little bit more. And then for Juliette's, you also have to deposit all of the money sold. So we're going to get into money matters in a little bit. And then just so you know, late May, the rewards ship to the service unit cookie manager, and they will contact you when the rewards are in. So just a brief thing on smart cookies, credit cards and subsidized shipping. So any credit cards that are accepted through the Smart Cookies platform is covered by GS-CSNJ. So we're covering all fees incurred by accepting those credit cards. Credit card payments can be accepted from any device once you're logged into ABC. So it can be a phone, a tablet, a desktop. You don't need your card reader. Anytime you share your social media link, your daughter shares her social media link, and a customer purchases with a credit card, the Troop will not have any credit card fees. But do know that if you do use anything outside of Smart Cookies, if you have a Square card reader or Apple Pay, any of those types of fees, that is your Troop responsibility. And I say Troop because the Juliette is a Troop of one, so it kind of goes for the same thing. So if you do use Venmo, there are some Venmo rules that the treasurer will let you know about. Any of those fees, that is your responsibility. And then again, with subsidized shipping, we're happy to be offering subsidized shipping for online sales. So the promotion is once a customer buys 6 to 12 packages, shipping goes to $6.25. If they order 1 to 5, shipping's $12.50. And ABC is already set up to populate that and lets people know the shipping automatically will go down once they hit 6 to 12 packages. And there's a shipping rate calculator on the ABC site as well as on our team app, which shows additional shipping costs. Okay, so as a Juliette advisor, you do have some responsibilities, which would be the same as any Troop leader or Troop cookie manager. You have to be a background checked, registered GSUSA member for this year, be assigned to the Juliette advisor role in My GS, which I know Gail has been working with you all to make sure that happens. Read the 2022 Troop Cookie Manager Guidebook. I don't know why I'm not saying that right. Download and utilize the GS-CSNJ Cookies Team app, which we'll talk about later. Deposit all cookie money by the scheduled ACH deposit dates. So those were those dates I brought up earlier. And in the Troop Guide, they'll be listed as an ACH withdrawal date. But you have to follow that same schedule of depositing money, which includes any Troop proceeds, into our GS-CSNJ's Juliette Cookie account at TD Bank. We will give you a PDF of a deposit slip for TD Bank with instructions on what to do when you deposit that Missy Branch has created. And you basically just go to a TD Bank and get a generic deposit slip, and you just enter in the account information. You want to stay in contact with your local service unit cookie manager and booth coordinator for any booth sale opportunities and any other cookie updates. And then you want to follow all GS-CSNJ cookie program rules and guidelines, which are listed in the Troop Cookie Manager Guidebook. So supporting the Girl Scout experience, we just want you all to know that while you're doing this with your Girl Scouts, the cookie program is much more than selling cookies. It's much more than a fundraiser. The girls learn 5 skills when they take part: goal setting, decision making, money management, people skills, and business ethics. Everything around the cookie program, the badges, the family pin, is all designed to help girls learn these 5 skills that they advance on each year that will help them into adulthood. Speaking of cookie business badges, GSUSA unrolled new cookie badges this year. If your Girl Scout is older, I do know the store is still selling the older ones, but they are not being produced anymore. So if you wanted to finish that track, we recommend you go to the shop and buy them now for the later levels so that you can continue, with the matching patches, but also take a look at all of the new cookie business badges. It's been over 10 years since they've been redone. So they've kind of moved with the times a little bit, taken into account a lot of the new ways that girls are selling to help focus on those 5 skills. And then there's the Cookie Family Entrepreneurial Pin. Some of you who've been around a few years, this replaced the Cookie Activity Pin 2 years ago. So I believe this is the 3rd year. So this is a whole series that girls can earn. And there's updated cookie activity sheets that takes into account a lot of the virtual selling that GSUSA has done. So they are on the Girl Scouts website, and they will be on our website as well for you to access the activity sheet so your girls can earn that. And then you would just go to the council shop to purchase that pin at the end of the year. I'm just gonna check the chat. Okay, and I see Gail's been answering just a question about subsidized shipping.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep up with everybody's questions.
So we'll keep going. And Gail, if you need me to answer anything, just let me know.
Yep, I'll let you know. Thanks.
Okay, ways to participate. So, like I mentioned, Juliettes are considered a troop of 1, and they can participate in the cookie program the exact same way that all other Girl Scouts can participate. So they can do in-person sales where they take orders on their order card and fulfill as needed, kind of like going door to door to your neighbors. They can have cookies on hand and sell directly. So instead of going around with an order card, you can just order them in advance and go around with them in a wagon and offer them direct on the spot. Cookie booths. So Juliettes can participate in cookie booths, and we'll talk about those in more detail in a moment. So that's traditional booths set up at local businesses, as well as cookie pop-up booths, which we also call lemonade stands. That is set up at your home, similar to basically a lemonade stand. And then you can also take part in any drive-through booths that your service unit may be offering. Girls can also participate digitally, and that's either through contactless means or girl delivery. So you share your girl link. You can email it with e-cards, or you can text it. You can also share it on social media, and they can do it either. Customers can buy it either direct ship, which means they order it and pay, and the baker sends it directly to them. So this is really for people who don't live nearby, who you don't want to have to deliver cookies to, or they can check girl delivery because they do live by. Maybe it's grandma in the next town over. So grandma can get that sales link. She can purchase them online, pay with her credit card, and then you would deliver them to her, called girl delivery. Customers can also have the option of doing the cookie donations, the cookie share program, so they can order those as well. And those cookies you do not have to have on hand. They are virtual donations. So we calculate all of those at the end, and we send them to our military and our Coast Guard and our food bank on behalf of the entire council. And then that's the cookie share. So it's a great way for customers who might not want to eat cookies themselves to still support your Girl Scout. And there's more information on our team app. There's a cookie share flyer that you can put out at your booth sale, or girls can have if they have a customer who's like, oh, I don't want to eat them, I'm a diabetic or whatever. They can say, oh, well, here's a flyer. What about purchasing for our cookie share? So for every box of cookies, you just tally, you collect the money, and then you create the virtual cookie share order at the end for the total amount of cookie share donations that you've received. So booth sales. So Juliette's selling at booths. Juliette's, you should be in touch with your service unit booth coordinator to get in on the booth lottery, find out any open booths. The only difference is between Juliette's and a troop is that you have to have 2 adults there at all times, and you can only have a maximum of 2 girls present during a cookie booth. this means if you have two daughters who are Juliettes, they can both be there at that cookie booth at a time. No additional siblings or tag-alongs that are not Girl Scouts should be attending. Face coverings should be worn at all times, regardless of vaccination status. And then any adults handling cookie money must be registered for the Girl Scout year and background checked. But if both adults are from the same household, only adult handling cookie money must be registered and background checked. So that means since you have to have two adults, if you or your husband is there, or you and grandma, as long as you as the Juliette advisor is registered and background checked, that is fine. If you think there might be booth sales where you won't be able to be at, but your husband or your grandma may be able to do, or an aunt, then they can get registered and background checked and be able to be in your place. And Juliette's and Juliette advisors must abide by all other council cookie booths. Those are in the Troop Cookie Manager Guidebook, which I'll show you where to find that if you haven't received it from your service unit. And then just as a note, obviously we're all still in this COVID ever-changing environment, but we do have right on our homepage, there is a link for COVID updates. Anything related to council COVID updates, including that may affect cookies, will be posted there. We will also post it on the team app. Email your service unit cookie managers, will post in Smart Cookies, but you definitely just want to keep track that there is a page on our website that will post any updates that are happening. How do you do a booth with one Juliette to get? So you can do a booth with one Juliette. It's a maximum 2 girls. You just have to have 2 adults. So if you only have one Juliette, one Girl Scout, one daughter, you can do a booth with her, whether it's your lemonade stand or it's at a business. You do not have to have a second girl there, but you have to have 2 adults. I hope that helps. So pop-up booths are also called lemonade stands. These are hosted outside of the Girl Scouts home. Same thing with the cookie booth guidelines, a maximum of 2 adults and 2 girls. So if it's the same family, 1 adult must be registered and background checked. And just think you're setting up, instead of you're selling lemonade out to your neighbors, your daughter's selling, or your Girl Scout is selling cookies. You're using your own cookies. You should inform sorry, I didn't fix this correctly because you're the troop leader. So as the Juliette advisor, there is a 2022 pop-up booth agreement form on the Cookies app that you need to fill out and give that to your service unit cookie booth coordinator. These will not go on the cookie booth finder because GSUSA does not want to publish home addresses on a national cookie finder list. But this is for the booth coordinator to just keep track of this for any records, any instances that may happen, safety precautions. So you do have to fill out the pop-up booth if you know, okay, our Juliette's going to set up a lemonade stand on Saturday. You just have to put in the form and email that over to your booth coordinator. And you must adhere to all COVID safety guidelines, wearing a mask. And again, these will not be posted on the cookie booth finder app. No, Rosemary, it doesn't have to be 2 adults per Juliette. So the booth can only have 2 Juliettes at one time. So it's 2 adults max. So the booths can only have 2 adults total. So it wouldn't be 4 adults for 2 Juliettes. Let me just check. If I have 1 Juliette and 1 daughter in a traditional troop, can my other daughter join my Juliette? Yes, so that's why we extended the booth to include 2. The only thing you would have to do is just not confuse your cookies. So if you want to have both of your girls there and you want them both to sell, you may get some cookies, or you may just use all of your cookies and then let the troop know that your daughter's a part of, like, oh, okay, you know what, my daughter sold 20 boxes, and you would do a troop to troop transfer so that your daughter gets credit for that. But yes, you can have your other Girl Scout there selling that day if you'd like. You just want to be careful with your cookie inventory. Pop-up stands only needs 1, exactly. They should be registered and background checked, but it's a maximum of 2. The minimum number of adults is 1. Yep. So just thinking this is something at your home. The reason we put that is because sometimes people think, oh, it's at home, I'll just let my daughter sit out there by herself, and we don't want that. there has to be an adult out at a pop-up lemonade stand. Okay. So planned orders, all planned orders, these are orders that you would pick up from a truck or a warehouse each week. They must be entered in Smart Cookies by Monday at 10 a.m., regardless of your pickup date. So the first few weeks we have pickups on Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. Regardless of what day or what truck or warehouse you're going to, that order must be in by Monday at 10 a.m. Also something to remember when you go to the truck or warehouse, you must pick up either all of your order or none of it. So if you've ordered 20 cases, you have to pick up either all 20 cases the exact way you ordered it, or you can choose not to pick them up that day because you may not need them all. And then within 2 to 4 business days, that order would be deleted from your Smart Cookies if you don't pick them up. You cannot adjust that individual variety at the truck or warehouse. So it's all or nothing. And this was last year, planned orders by Monday at 10 a.m. as well. So this is nothing new, but just plan accordingly. If you have booth sales over the weekend and you sell out and you want to make sure you get more cookies, make sure you get onto Smart Cookies before 10 a.m. on Monday. On our team app, there is a list of where the trucks and warehouses are. There's a link to a calendar. And if we have time at the end, I can show you really quickly where to find that. Okay, so social media guidelines, because you are a troop of 1, so there's things you have to remember. There's things that the girl can do and that the troop may not do, or vice versa. So on the left, girls and parents may post their digital cookie link on their social media, their Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. That's going to their friends and family. They can post where their troop is boothing. So even though you are a Juliette, you are considered a troop of 1. So if you are at Walmart on Saturday from 2 to 4, you can post that on your Facebook or Twitter to your friends and family and say, hey, we will be at the booth sale. We will be at Walmart this Saturday from 2 to 4, come see us. And there's actually a link in Smart Cookies that you can share that booth to social media, and it'll include a map. Your girl can post a video and include her digital link asking your friends and family to purchase cookies. And you can also share your troop link because there are 2 different links with friends or family as well. So girls and parents may not post that girl or troop link on resale sites. So that's Craigslist, eBay, Facebook Marketplace. That does include the community groups. Any group that you are, the VFW, the Ladies Auxiliary, if these are not your personal friends and family, you are not to post your individual link on those pages. You can also not post your home address. So when I say post where a girl is boothing, so that's like you cannot post, oh, we're having a lemonade stand at our home this day, come here, but you can post where your troop is boothing. So if you are part of the Lawrenceville community page and you're at the Lawrenceville Starbucks, you can post, hey, Lawrenceville community, troop 10 will be at Lawrenceville Starbucks on Saturday from 2 to 4. But you cannot post like your home residential address as on anything public. That's something GSU USA does not want to happen. You cannot include like your last name, direct contact. Sometimes we'll see people say, hey, my daughter's got cookies, call me at this number, email me here. Like that's not allowed on any public facing groups, any school locations, things like that. Only public locations where a troop is boothing can be posted because it's at a public place and there's multiple people there. And you also shouldn't direct message anyone that the girl does not personally know. So these are just places where sometimes we get into trouble with. So you're allowed to post these links on your personal Facebook pages. If your Facebook is open, if it is a public facing group that you might have 4,000 followers, you should not be posting any individual resident locations or posting something like, hey, my daughter's got cookies, let me know, message me. Because you want to remember that this is a girl-led program, and you know, it's not really up to parents to be selling on social media. Okay. Don't see any questions. Okay, money matters. So the only major difference between how Juliette's hold money and regular troops is that, as you know, as a Juliette advisor, your troop does not have a bank account. You are not allowed to hold on to any funds. So you must deposit all money collected from your customers into the council TD bank account. And that includes the amount in proceeds and the council balance due. So when you run the troop balance summary report, you'll see there, it'll say, troop proceeds, $500, for example, council proceeds, $1,500, total $2,000. What that means is you have to deposit all of that money into your account. You don't keep any of those troop proceeds behind. What will happen though, is you will see any direct ship orders and credit card orders will be credited. So that will change what your troop balance summary will show. But basically at the end of the day, at April 9th, when it says your final troop balance due, where it'll say troop proceeds, you know, say the final is $500, council proceeds $1,500, total $2,000. At the end of the day, at the end of the program, that all money that you collected has to be deposited. Deposits have to follow the same ACH withdrawal dates. So if any money that you've collected prior to January 28th should be deposited, February 18th, March 18th, April 8th. And all of those proceeds, they're held in your daughter's name in a Juliette specific cookie fund with our finance department. There is a Juliette disbursement form that you would fill out whenever you want to register for a program, purchase things from the shop, go to camp, things along that nature. You would fill out that Juliette disbursement form and we would get you paid for those items.
Rebecca, there's still a couple questions about social media that I was hoping we could go over out loud rather than typing them up.
Yeah, so let's see, I think, can you clarify again that we can post about our lemonade stands on our own personal page? I mean, on your own public page, these are your friends and family. If you want to say, hey, my daughter is selling cookies this Saturday at our home, you know, these are your friends and family. So you have to take what the discretion is. I know not everybody knows all of their people that they know on Facebook. So if you feel comfortable posting your lemonade stand to your friends and family, you can. You cannot post a lemonade stand on a public page. So on a community group, on a VFW group, you know, any of those types of pages, like an Instagram that may be public, you should not be posting your personal address. So what can you post on a public group on Facebook? You can post the booth is being held by a troop. Yes, so you can post wherever your troop booth sale is, as long as it is at one of the local public places. And you can post your Juliette and troop ship link. Yes, you can post both of those. You cannot post an individual girl link on a public Facebook page. It can only be the troop link and a public place where the troop or Juliette is boothing. Will I get communications from the SU cookie manager after this training? So Gladys, what Gail and I will do, we'll look through and we'll make sure we reach out to all of the service unit cookie managers who have Juliette and make sure that they have your information and that they are including you in any local communications that you should be getting from them. So we'll definitely look through and make sure that's happening. Do we fill out the reimbursement form before or after registering for the event? So you fill it out before and we would pay for the event. And same thing for the store. If you want to purchase things from the store, you would put that in before, we would pay for it, and then the store will contact you when it's ready to get picked up. We don't do reimbursements. So you would fill out for things you want us to pay for. And if it's events, like Gail may reach out and say, okay, we need the flyer, we need more information, like who do we mail the check to, or a link to pay for a credit card. So any type of events, this is all before. We don't reimburse for things. Same thing, we can pay for your membership, your girls' membership next year. There is more details on the disbursement form. And when you go to our website and you click forms, the Juliette disbursement form is one of those. So there are some instructions there as well, that'll tell you what you can put in for. And then Gail can also email the form out to everyone as well. So you have it saved for when you want to put in. Can you ask for more disbursement funds than you put in? So that's like a case-by-case basis, Peggy. We have had some Juliettes who've been Juliettes for a really long time and have done bigger programs. So if you have something specific, just reach out to Gail or myself and we can, look out for that. It is really meant for the Juliette though. So like you said, in a regular troop, the money Susan raises can be used to pay for everyone's food for a camp out, not just hers. So, this Juliette fund is for the specific Juliette, but we have approved things, bigger things in the past. We have paid for a week of camp, a bigger program. It really does depend on how many years your girl has been a Juliette, what she's earned and what's in the Juliette fund. So definitely reach out if you have any questions. The difference between a troop Juliette link and a Juliette personal link is the same. We are doing and I'll tell you at the end, there's the link. We're doing a smart cookies training next week for troops, which will show you. And if I have some time at the end, I can show you. When you're logged in as the troop advisor, under my troop information would be the troop link. And that link any sales would just go to the troop and then you transfer them to your Juliette. And then when you log in under your girls account, the Juliette account, it's kind of the same thing. There's an individual girl link. So, with Juliettes, it's kind of here and there because they are just a troop of one. So, the links can get a little weird. When it comes to troops, a typical troop has 8 to 20 girls. So this way, when the girls in a typical troop are sending out their individual sales link, they're getting credit for all of those orders. When a troop shares their troop link, any orders that come in, they share equally amongst the troop. So, if the troop has 10 girls and they get 20 packages for the entire troop, each girl would get 2 packages. Whereas when you're a Girl Scout in a troop, you want to share your girl link to your friends and family so that you're getting credit for all that stuff. Gail will send the Juliette disbursement link to everyone. Yes, Donna, you can use funds for awards for bronze, silver, and gold. Let's see. And then any more detailed questions, please feel free to email me or Gail and we'll help you. If you want to know how much you've received after the sales, just shoot Gail or I a message. Gail runs the Juliette balance fund, so she has everybody's balances there. So you can definitely reach out to us and we'll let you know. Missy can also help you as well, but really when it comes to Juliette type stuff, Gail and I do those approving, so reach out to us first. Okay. Let's see, I'm going to keep going and then we'll come back because there's lots more questions. I see lots of things. Let me just make sure. Hold on. Shauna.
Tashana wanted to know if there's a way to use some of the Juliette funds to donate, because they did that as a troop.
So you would donate 50 boxes, but those were usually like boxes that people paid for, I'm assuming. So usually, we have our cookie share, but sometimes, cookies are $5. So sometimes people might say, oh, I really don't want to buy any, but here's $5, donate that for me. So what we recommend, if you want to do something like that at a cookie booth, you can bring a box, decorate it, and say, donations can go to your local wherever. And then as people buy boxes, you put them in there, and then those could be donated on behalf of the Juliette as well. But they have to be purchased cookies. Does that make sense? You can still put okay, so it was leftover that we would donate and just remove for our troop proceeds. So Tashana, any leftover cookie, you have to pay for every cookie that gets assigned to you in Smart Cookies. So if you order those cookies and pick them up and they're left over, you still have to pay for them, including the troop proceeds part. So you can choose to donate them if you'd like. You can still sell cookies. We ask that people wrap up selling by June, because it gets hot and we don't want cookies out in the summer that can melt, and then customers call us upset that they got gross cookies. You can still keep selling leftover cookies, but you have to still pay for those cookies. So whatever you pick up from a truck or warehouse, you have to pay for. Yes, you can donate, you can pick your own site. If you can still do the cookie share, which is virtual, but for booths or in person, you can still pick a local site to have customers purchase cookies and donate for. And yes, you can use Juliette funds for trips and stuff like that. So any specific questions about the Juliette funds, just reach out to Gail or myself and we'll let you know. Part of money matters is there could be a time where you might have a collection issue. We do have a collection adjustment form. So this is, if you have any type of financial issue, you want to make an additional deposit, say you've sold a whole lot of money, this is really has to do with ACH. You don't want to wait a month for that. Or maybe you have, you guys got a whole lot of cookies, but you or your daughter got sick and you couldn't sell for 2 weeks, and you haven't sold any of the cookies, so you don't have money yet to deposit money. If that's the case, fill out this collection adjustment form, and Missy, it can be on our radar to say, oh, okay, you know what? They haven't sold for 2 weeks. They need some more time, to sell those cookies. If you have excess damaged cookies is really the only other reason, which I'll talk about, or stolen product or money or counterfeit money. Every year we get a couple counterfeit 10s. I believe we don't accept anything greater than a 20, because you really shouldn't accept large bills at a cookie booth unless, we recommend you get one of those cheap pens from Staples. But our policy is if you get a counterfeit, $5, $10 or $20 bill, and you go to the bank and they give you that paper saying it's counterfeit, we will deduct that from your Smart Cookies. So you fill out this form and then email us that form from the bank. Regarding damaged cookies, we know that occasionally you may get some damaged cookies from a truck or warehouse. It happens. Sometimes the box might be dented on one side and they say, hey, this is the last box. So you take it and you open it and you see, okay, there's 4 damaged boxes in there. You can damage those out in Smart Cookies, so you're not responsible, but you have to do photo proof, especially if you have 6 or more boxes of damaged cookies. So you would create a damaged order in Smart Cookies, you fill out this form, and then you would submit the photo of the damaged boxes. Sometimes you even open up a case and there's a missing box. It happens. It's a warehouse, a product line misfire. You can damage that one box of cookies out in Smart Cookies. And usually we just tell you, take a picture when you open the box. Sometimes we ask that you write the lot number down and we let the bakery know, because then they can research it and see, oh no, there was a misfire. And it usually affects a lot more cases. So that lets them know. And yes, sorry, Peggy, it's a money pen from Staples. It's a couple dollars. It's one of those pens that you swipe on the bill and it'll tell you if it's, it'll pop up a different color if it's a counterfeit bill. So just keep those things in mind. And that form is also on the team app, on the website. You can email us if you can't find it later, and we'll help you out if you have any money issues. Don't hesitate to reach out to us. We'll get you in touch with Missy. We'll make, we'll come to us earlier on if something happens and you aren't able to sell cookies for a little bit, so that, you let us know what's going on. So you may have heard of some of these already. This is the contests and incentives that have been approved. We are working on a few more. So we'll post those on social media and our website once they're approved. But this is the cookie share patch. So all Girl Scouts, individual girls, your Juliettes, who sell 12 packages of the virtual cookie share can earn this cookie share patch. It automatically calculates in Smart Cookies once you have that virtual 12 packages listed. And then all cookies that are considered virtual cookie share, they get donated at the very end to the Red Cross at the Joint Base, McGuire, Dix, and Lakehurst, the U.S. Coast Guard in Atlantic County, and then the Community of Food Bank of New Jersey in Egg Harbor. So last year, out of all the girls, around almost 7,000 girls selling, we donated 2,565 cases. So they were very excited, those partners, when they got them. The volunteer incentive. So this is for you as a Juliette advisor. There's two different options to earn a volunteer incentive this year. So you would earn one or the other by doing all of these things, which right off the bat, 80% of registered girls participating. By having your one Juliette participate, you've qualified for that. They have to have at least 24 packages assigned to them. They must set a sales goal in Smart Cookies, and that was part of the Smart Cookies setup. Enter their t-shirt and hoodie size into Smart Cookies, and then make sure your final, so you don't do ACH, make sure your final balance is paid by the final pool, which is April 9th, and then have all of the cookies you purchased transferred to that girl. So if out of the wholesale you've purchased 1,000 boxes of cookies from a truck or warehouse, all 1,000 have to be transferred to her, even if you didn't sell them all. Even if you have a couple lingering, you want to make sure that they are all transferred by the end of the sale. So if you do all of that, then you would earn 2 rain ponchos. Now, if you do all of those things, but you have a final troop PGA of 250 or higher, which means as a Juliette, your one Juliette sold at least 250 packages, instead of earning the poncho, you'll earn 2 volunteer matching t-shirts. And the girls' t-shirt is a different color, so the volunteer has the blue, and it has our logo on the side. So that's the only difference between the two. So this gives all of our volunteers a chance to earn an incentive this year. The only difference is option 2 is if you have a PGA of 250 or higher, which if you only have one Juliette, that just means she has to sell 250 packages of cookies. Okay. Is there a deadline for that? Yes. So the volunteer incentive deadline is April 9th. So basically the hoodie sizes have to be in before you're locked out by April 1st. All the cookies have to be done by April 1st because you get locked out on April 1st. Your final balance is April 9th. And the sales goal is something, I just want to say the sales goal is something that she should set anyway, because we actually have another promotion about that. All girls who set a sales goal by January 10th will get a patch. We have postcards going out, but we'll also be promoting this tomorrow. So we want girls to go in and set that sales goal. Can you choose the rain poncho instead of the t-shirt, even if you qualify? Yeah, I mean, if you prefer that, you would just have, that's something we do outside of Smart Cookies. So you would just have to let us know. And then the booth sale contest, even if you're Juliette, you can still put in for this. This is a happy 110th birthday Girl Scouts booth contest. So to qualify, we just want you to decorate your cookie booths to celebrate the Girl Scouts 110th birthday. We want the world to know that we are celebrating 110 years this March. So birthday theme booth sale, you would post those pictures on the team app under a booth contest. And then at the end of the season, usually around April 15th, we pick 5 winners that will receive a Climb with Courage lanyard. So you can still take part in that. And then again, there's going to be more contests posted on social media. We'll email out in Smart Cookies and put on our website. So online resources, it's really important that you sign up for our Cookies team app. This is where we post everything. We post new and important dates. We post if a truck or a warehouse is canceled or delayed because of weather, we shoot this out as a notification. All of the documents are there. There's chat rooms. So we have cookie swap rooms for each county. So if you're in Mercer County and you're looking for like 2 boxes of Thin Mints, you don't want a whole case, you can post in that chat room and do a troop to troop transfer. To sign up, you basically go to the gscsnjcookies.teamapp.com. You have to create a team app account and then you add to the cookies. There's instructions in our Troop Cookie Manager guidebook on how to do that, and I'll show you in a moment as well. I'll switch over to that. But you definitely want to make sure, if you haven't gotten this from your Cookie Manager, that you go on the team app and download your Cookie Manager guidebook. There's lots of important information there as well to help support you throughout the program, and it's a great resource to have. Regarding Smart Cookies, on Tuesday at 6:30, I'm doing a Zoom training, and I'm just going to talk a lot about these links, how they work, what else in Smart Cookies is key for you to do as troop leaders. So you definitely want to try to join us if you can. I'm going to email this out to you as well, and we'll post a reminder in the team app and Smart Cookies, and anybody who can't attend will record and share as well. But this will be a great training to kind of see Smart Cookies at work, and it really gets into the nitty-gritty of those links and how all of that stuff works this year. So we're not doing Grubhub this year. Grubhub, we have a new partnership with DoorDash, and we are working to see if that's something we can enact. If we do it, Rosemary will definitely be sharing more information about that in the next week or so. Okay, questions. So I just want to show you the team app. Since you're on here, let's see. Okay. So if you go into the team app, basically you go to teamapp.com, and if you look for a search for GSCSNJ cookies, you'll see like a plus join button. And this is where you would create a team app account. You can follow all the prompts, and then it'll send us a thing to let you in. And then let's see, no, I don't want to sign up. As you're setting up an account, it'll ask you if you want, notifications on, what is really cool about the team app is that you can put in, you can download the app. I was gonna say, oh no. You can download the app on your phone, on your Android or your Apple. And then if you enact notifications, whenever we post a news article, which will be important things coming up, truck or warehouse cancellations, you'll get a notification that that's happening. So once you're in, this is kind of the home page. These are news articles that have been posted. Any important dates that we have that are in the troop guide, we've also programmed in here. So reminders will pop up for you as well. Here's the chat rooms. You won't see the service unit chat rooms because that's only for the service unit level folks, but there's a chat room for troop volunteers. Here's all the cookie swap chat rooms. So depending on what county you're in, you're Burlington County and you're looking for cookies, or you're looking to get rid of cookies, you can post in here and try to meet somebody local to take them. And then you do a troop to troop transfer. Lots of smart cookie and girl resources are posted in here. Online tips, the girl thermometer, how the Troop Link works, demos. So this is just a great resource. Lots of smart cookie, how to create a planned order. Lots of stuff is in here to help you with smart cookies. Documents and forms. Here's that pop-up booth agreement. The collection adjustment form if you have an issue with money. Let's see, just all kinds of stuff, badge information, palm oil facts. Here's your Troop Cookie Manager Guide. Here's the Cookie Share Flyer. This is all here at your fingertips. And then planned orders. Once you click there, this tells you every place there is a truck or location. So the first trucks start Friday the 14th. If you want to place an order, if you didn't place an initial order or you placed a really small one and you think you need cookies for the first weekend of the sale, you need to place that order by 10 a.m. on Monday the 10th. And then the same thing, these will tell you once you click here, it'll tell you more details. It tells you the location and the time, a map. And then you would go in Smart Cookies to place your order. Let me see. I think that's it here. More here. This is a link just to our social media pages, our GSCSNJ. So lots of really great things to do. So definitely go sign on. I say get the notifications and download the Team app. So in your Apple store or your, I'm not sure with Android, you would search Team app first, and then you download Team app, and then you would use your logon, and that will take you exactly to GSCSNJ cookies, and you'll get all the same stuff here. And then these are just lots of, here's the troop level training for Tuesday. It has the Zoom link here. So lots of stuff here. Let's see. Yes, you want to join the troop leader group. Yep. Once you join the troop group, if you don't join a group when you log on, you won't get access to everything. So join the troop group. Let's see. Okay. So any other, any questions that anybody might have? I think we've answered them all in the chat. You can always email Gail or myself. We are here to help you, get you through cookies. Definitely try to come on next Tuesday and see the smart cookies, see what's going on. We're going to really touch base on those troop links that's out there, how those work, talk about direct ship and girl delivered, accepting credit cards, all that stuff. Let's see any new chat. Well, that's it on our end. Thank you all again for joining. We are so happy that you came on for our first ever Juliette Advisor training. We hope this was helpful for you. Gail will send you out the disbursement form link. We'll also make sure that your service unit cookie booth coordinator and your cookie managers know that you and your Girl Scout are participating so that you can take part in booths and other things and get information from them. And definitely reach out to us at any time if you have any questions. We are here to help. Thank you all. Have a great night. Stay healthy and go get those cookies. It's exciting. We've got a new cookie this year. Well, we had one last year too, but I think it's more exciting this year. Good night, everyone. Thank you.